Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to another Beetlejuice Plays video, and I'm back on FlixBus or Fernbus, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we're going to continue. Let me just get back to the start menu. We're going to continue with where we left off on our first video, which was starting from Amsterdam and going to Antwerp, I think it was. So we're going to carry on with that journey, but we've also got some fantastic news on the first console patch, so we're going to have a chat about that as well. So yeah, new journey, patches, let's get on with it. So hi everybody, how's everybody going? So yeah, I'm feeling great, and I hope you all are too, and we're going to get straight into having a look at where I am at the moment, to be honest. So we're looking at XP of 1616. Now I have done some one or two runs on this since the first video, and I've managed to build my XP up a little bit. I'm now professional level 3 of 4. I'm 30% into my next level progress. Base town, as we know, if you watched the last video, is Amsterdam. The radius, I think, has increased to 450 kilometres. I think we're sure it was 350 or something to start with. And we've now got express check-in, the MAN Lions Coach C, and night routes as well. So we've got all those available to us as well. So right, let's get into the game. So into career mode, and I'm actually going to do a run which I did here. I did Antwerp to Groningen, but I'm going to do Rotterdam to Groningen because it was a really interesting looking route. If you look on the map here, it goes over this bit of water. Now I don't know what they call this water, I'll admit I have no idea what they call it, but I'm going to do the Amsterdam to Groningen route. Because I did it in the dark off camera, and it looked really, really interesting. So I'm going to have a look at that. So and we'll have a chat about the updates in a short while. So let's create a new route. Anyway, let's get back out of that. So let's go into that, and route name, I have found out also after playing around with it that the route name will automatically be written for you with the start point and the end point if you don't put anything in. So I'm just going to leave it at that, to be honest. I also need to get organised with my route numbers, so I'm going to call this route number 1 and work our way up from there, and get back onto our map, and let's select Amsterdam as our start point then, and that's that one, and we're going to Groningen, which if we can find nearly, yep, there, we've got it there. Okay, so that's where we're heading. It's a distance of 221 kilometres, travel time 2 hours 28, that's game time. We've got a check-in time of 2 minutes, I think that means. So let's save that. I'll just show you at the top there. It does show you up there. Look, it says Amsterdam to Groningen now, so it does automatically put it in if you don't put anything else in. But obviously, if you want to put something else in, feel free. So let's click save on that, and we need to go down to next, and we'll choose realistic. And I'll go through some of these on the next video. I think some of the settings that I've settled on and what have you, and have a look at the control modes as well. But for now, because I've got this patch news just come up, then I'll go through that on this video. So not going to customise the bus. Let's leave it at that for now. Let's just have a look at what we've got at the bottom. We've got realistic control mode, we've got today's date, today's time. Well, actually, I will change the time because I don't want it to be in the night time. So let's actually change that to, yeah, we'll have that. We've got dynamic weather as well, so hopefully that's not going to impact on things too much. So let's start game. So just to start us off on the patches then, so this patch, which I've just had a notification about, is going to be coming within the next few weeks. Now that's about all I think it was Sabian that was chatting about it was coming out with. It's going to be at some point in the next few weeks. So that's all I've got on that at the moment. And there's going to be a series of patches apparently coming out for the consoles, both the Xbox Series X and S and also the PS5. And they're going to be obviously spread out over a number of weeks, but the first one is going to be within the next few weeks. But anyway, we better get on this this bus, and we will get started on this particular route. So let's get the doors closed, and let's get the engine started. Go across to parking, get that sorted out, and over to drive, and we should be off. We need to find where the exit is. I'm assuming it's down there. Oh, before actually I go any further, I'm just going to change my position here. If I can stop the bus, just going to bring it back a little bit. That's better. Okay, let's leave it at that. Oops, there we go. Right, let's crack off. So yeah, I mean, I've got some notes here which I'm going to have to keep having to look at my notes, to be honest. So it's going to be a little bit awkward to. Oops, where are we going here? I honestly don't know where I'm going. Where are we going here? Where's the way out of this place? Oh, it's over there. Right, okay. I'll have to get back into reverse then. Oh, we just missed that pole, didn't we? Okay, into drive, and let's head off. Oops, because I was looking at my notes. I'm going to have a big problem doing this whilst driving, I can see that. I will have to do it while we're sat at lights. So we are going left here then, are we? Okay, now he's letting me go. I had this the other day, and I didn't quite make it round this corner. But we're okay. So first of all, the counting of passengers when you have a rest break. Now, I've not experienced this yet myself, but yeah, apparently you have to count the passengers after you've had your rest, and apparently there was an issue with that where you couldn't actually click to count the passengers, and so that's going to be rectified apparently. Now, as I said, I've not experienced that particular issue, but apparently it is an issue where you can't actually click on the button. So that's something that is going to be rectified in this first patch. And there's a list of stuff that they're wanting to do in the first patch. Where are we going here? Left. But some stuff may come in the following patch or patches. So the next one is passenger comments. So yeah, at the moment the passengers don't actually say anything to you or anything like that. So when they've patched it, hopefully the passengers will actually start to talk to us when we're checking them in, etc. So that will add some more realism to the game, which will be good. Now, as I said, I mean, apart from the passengers not speaking, I've not experienced the rest one, checking the passengers after the rest. So that's something that I've yet to experience, and I can't really comment any further on that. But apparently, they are going to sort that out of the problem with the missing or the greyed out button, so to speak. So the next one is Xbox related, and I've commented on this, I think, on my last video. I can't remember, I may not have done, but it's to do with the sound on the Xbox. And somebody actually commented in the comment section of my channel regarding this. The sounds just seem to be a little weird. I can't speak for the PS5, but on the Xbox they just seem to be a little peculiar. You know, kind of tinny sounding and what have you. So, and I do agree they do. So they're looking at improving the actual sounds on the Xbox. So I'm just trying to concentrate on where we're going here for a moment. Just trying to get to our first pickup, which is round to the right. So the next one is, which I'm sure a lot of people will be pleased about. It's to do with the shadow rendering and the graphics rendering, etc., which has been a bit of an issue with the pop in and pop out and things like that. And apparently on the Xbox Series S, now I'm playing on the Series X, so I can't really speak for the Series S, but apparently it's been even worse on there. So what they've decided to do, apparently on the Series S, the frame rate goes between 60 and 30. And what they're planning on doing on the Series S is just locking it out at 30 frames per second, which they are saying will increase the amount of performance for rendering the graphics. So they're hoping to sort it out by doing that. Now, whether that works or not, I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. Like I say, I'm not on a Series S anyway, I'm on a Series X, but let's hope it does sort it out for you guys. But you are going to be locked at 30 frames per second, unfortunately. But what they are saying is that the 60 frames per second may come back on the Series S. And I do stress, I think he said that this is on the Series S, not the Series X or PS5. This is just the Series S. So it's going to be locked at 30, but they may bring it back to 60 at some point in the future. As for the Series X and the PS5, there should be graphical improvements anyway. So I don't think they're looking at changing the FPS, but there should be some graphical improvement. So we will wait and see on that one. So let's just leave that for the moment anyway. Let's get on with this journey. So let's get the drive into neutral and let's get the parking brake on. And we will open the doors. And let's get out and let's check these guys in. So let's open the luggage compartment. Let's get these people checked in. Now, I know on my last playthrough, I wasn't playing it at all correctly. I was actually playing it a little bit like Euro Truck Simulator, where I just go to my pickup, pick up the stuff, and go to my destination and drop the stuff off. And I've been treating these people like that, to be fair. But I've realised by people's comments that I actually need to check these people in and start the journey for proper using my mobile phone. So that's what I am attempting to do now. So let's get this lady booked in first. Let's log in, and she's an express check-in, so that's nice and easy. They're the easiest of the check-ins. Let's check this lady in. She's an express check-in as well. And we've got this gentleman here, and he's Justus, and he's going to Groningen, so that's fine. Just check he's on the list on the left. Yes, he is, so let's check him in. And we've got his twin brother over here, so let's have a look at him. And he's Simeon, so have we got him on the list? Yes, we have. So he can be checked in. And we've got triplets here, haven't we? So we've got William Volk. So yeah, he's definitely there. So let's sort him out. You can get on board, sir. And now it's your turn, Malik. Yep, you're definitely on the list as well. So you can get on board. And we've now got Leonard. So have we got a Leonard on our list? Yes, we have. So we can get you on board as well. We've got another queue of people here. So what's your name, madam? Oh, you've got an express check-in, so you're fine anyway. And you've got an express check-in as well. And then we come over to you. Seen you before, haven't we? Let's get a bit closer in. Your express check-in. And you're wanting a ticket to Groningen, so let's get down to Groningen and get you a ticket sorted out. I need to check you in. There we go, we've got your code up. And your admin, have we got an admin? Yes, we have. So you can get on board, madam. We'll sort your twin sister out. So you've got an express check-in. Why didn't you not get your sister one? Thought you'd have both got express check-ins. And another express check. Oh, wait. We didn't check the destination, did we? Bugger. So you're not coming with us, matey. You're going to have to stop here. You've got me some minus XP there. Can't believe it. Right, are we all alright? We've got people upstairs as well. It's a top coach, this though, isn't it? Top coach. Really liking it. Let's get back down to the driver's seat, and we need to close the doors. Oops, actually, I need to open that door again because I don't think I closed the luggage, did I? I didn't. Let's get that closed. Get the doors closed. Can I close that from inside? Yes, I can. That's good. Is that one closed as well? Yeah, that was closed. Right, let's get back in the driver's seat. And we now need to get our phone up and we need to start the ride. And just make sure, if anybody doesn't realise, you need to go up from the bottom. If you just click your confirmation button there, it will exit. Or ask you to confirm exit. You don't want to exit, you want to start ride. So you move your D-pad up to start ride so it's orange and click on confirm. And that's what you need to do there. So we've now got the ride started. The time is 9:56 and we should be leaving here at 10:02. Now, somebody also pointed out that if you leave early, you lose points. So we shall see. Now, I don't think you do. To be honest, I don't think you lose XP by leaving early. You will do if you're late, but I'm not sure if you do if you leave early. So let's have a look anyway. So let's get the parking brake off, and while we're here, let's get everything else sorted out. Let's have some lights on, and we will put the aircon on up to 20. Put it on 22.5, and we shall. Coffee on, Wi-Fi on, WC open, and monitors on. We'll put the destination up, announcement, and reader lights as well. That should gain us some extra XP. So I think we're all ready for go. So we need to be drive, and away we go. So we'll just find our way out of here. And we'll check on more of these patch notes as we get to any traffic lights or anything. I think we get out before that car comes, just rushing it a little bit there, but we're okay, we're out and we're off. Green lights ahead. Just try and keep it to a nice steady 50. I thought this announcement voice was on purpose, you know, kind of a bit, kind of like sounds like a tannoy, doesn't it, almost? And I thought that was on purpose, but I'm not so sure it is after looking at these patch notes. The next patch note is custom mode. Apparently, now I've not tried custom mode, so I don't know, but apparently this is not saving for some people at least. So they're looking at sorting out the custom mode save, which apparently isn't saving for some people. Oh, we've got a green light, so let's get off again. You see the AC corner, that keeps coming up. I've noticed that on playing the game, that the AC, the people keep complaining about the AC being too cold. I've actually had it up as high as 27 and they're still complaining about it being cold, so it's got to be a bug, that. It's got to be a bug. Just get around here. Let's get back on the inside lane. And it's difficult looking at notes while you're driving, it has to be said. Weather settings not saving as well. I'm just looking down my notes. That's another one. So the weather settings, apparently, if you change the weather to something, they're not saving for some people. So they're looking at sorting that out as well. Now, I can't say I've had that experience. I don't know. I can't say it's something I've noticed, or whether I've just assumed that you need to set it for each drive. I don't know. I'll take a little note of that and see if I can see if that's actually working for me or not. But I can't honestly say whether it is or it isn't, if I'm honest. Yeah, well, I've already set off, because I'm not waiting for you to speak your piece. We need to get going. Oops, where am I going there? I need to get going, but not over there. That's because I was looking at the mirror. I do like to try and play this game as realistic as I can, so I don't like to have them digital mirrors up. I like to turn my head and actually look in the mirrors. On a lot of the coaches, you can do that without too much of a problem. So, right, I may be able to get some more of these patch notes covered. So, if I get myself in a straight line, just have a quick glance down. That's my notes. So, I can't even read my own bloody writing, to be honest. That's the only problem. So, we've covered weather settings. So, oh yes, for snow, that was it. That was what they were mentioning. So, if people have been saying that they can't get snow, or how do they get snow? Well, you simply select rain, and you need to choose a winter month for the snow. So that's how you actually get the snow selected. It's just simply a case of, you're not going to get snow in the middle of June, so you need to select a winter month, and if it would otherwise be rain, then you will now get snow. So that's how to sort that issue out. And I mentioned on my last video about these graphical, going back to the graphical ones for a moment, you can see it there where it's you've got this constant sort of moving along of shade and sunlight kind of thing, and it's constantly changing all the time. So I'm hoping that's something they can sort out. And also the popping of various things, buildings or vehicles or whatever, pop in and pop out is quite prominent. So just some tweaks hopefully they can sort out there in this first batch. They've said they're looking at it, so we will have to wait and see. Just let me get my notes a little bit nearer, because I'm having trouble reading them from where they are. So what's the next one? Enabling original routes. Yes, so that's something that they're looking at wanting to include in the patch, is enabling the original routes of the original game routes. A lot of people have been asking for those and wondering why they're not actually in this particular version of the game, on the console version. So that's what they're looking at doing, including the original routes. And then the final one, which they've said is definitely in this patch, which obviously we'll have to wait and see, but that's what they've said, is the badly placed buildings. Now, I've seen one or two videos on this. I've not actually seen it happen, but I know one or two people have said that they've been driving along, and all of a sudden they've come across a building in the middle of the road. So I mean, I know I was driving on one of my offline videos, and sorry, one of my offline games, I should say, and I had a big tuft of grass in the middle of the road. So that wasn't as serious as the building. I think people have actually been crashing into these buildings. So so that's something else that they're hoping to get sorted out in this upcoming patch. So that's everything on the upcoming patch. And as I said, this upcoming patch is coming along within the next few weeks, they've said. So we will have to see when exactly that's going to be. Just got another air conditioning too cold again. You need to add another O on that, by the way, guys. You need a better English spell checker. If it's too cold, it's T-O-O, not T-O. But you know, I'll let you off, bearing in mind that you aren't UK developers. But as I said, get a better spell checker and it might help. So anyway, just a little light-hearted comment there, but yeah, it needs doing. Oops, just a little bit of drifting there while I turn my page. So they've also mentioned about some patches that will be upcoming, not in this next one. They may make the next one. It just depends on time. but if they're not in this one, they'll be coming in the next one. And these include the sound options for the radio. Now at the moment, apparently there's a radio slider, which I never even noticed, to be honest, when I first looked at the settings. But yes, there is a radio slider there, and apparently that's just redundant on the console version. Apparently for licensing reasons, they can't get the radios to be licensed on the consoles. But he did mention something about Spotify working. Now, I don't entirely understand what he means by Spotify working on here. I've not seen an option for Spotify, so I don't really know. I've never heard a radio. I don't even know if there's an option for a radio, to be honest. We've got various things listed here. Luggage hatches, that's the announcements, that's monitor. So yeah, I don't really... Why do you always get a bend when you're trying to navigate these menus? I want a nice straight bit of road, if you don't mind. That's better. Oops, we're into a 70. Now this is the area I wanted to have a look at. Let's just move across here. There's nobody at my side. So yeah, this is looking quite nice around here, isn't it, with all this water? Looking very nice. Get an outside view of that. Just have a quick spin round there while I'm on a straight road. That's looking brilliant, isn't it? It's looking absolutely fantastic. That look. Oops. Let's stop. That's me swizzing around. Oh, we've got a swing bridge, look. Swing bridge. Fantastic. Not seen that before. Excellent. Oh, there's two swing bridges. Fantastic. Are they called swing bridges then? I'm not so sure whether they're called swing bridges. Are the swing bridges the ones that go up? I can't remember now. But they're spectacular nonetheless. I don't think I've even seen that on Euro Truck. That's a really nice touch, that. Fantastic. So yeah, going back to the sound options, yeah, I can't say I've ever noticed anything for a radio. I've just had a quick look in the menu there and can't find anything in this menu particularly. So just have another quick look, but it all seems to be stuff that I know is already there. I can't see anything else at all. So I don't know where the radio comes into it, unless it's just not working and that's what they're intending on fixing. I don't know, a little bit lost on that one. Let's get back up to speed, coming back up to the national speed limit. So yeah, just quickly going through there again, there's nothing there that suggests radio to me. There's announcements, but that's it. If we look in the vehicle section, you've got drive, and then you've got lights, you've got indicators, you've got hazard warning lights, parking, windscreen wiper, window. Oops, I need to accelerate. Window, you've got windscreen wipers, you've got driver's light, horn, and then you have retarder, which I still don't know what that is, to be honest. If somebody can explain, that would be great. So retarder, and then, oh, I've just noticed cruise control. Never noticed that before. It's greyed out, isn't it? Ah, why have I not noticed that before? So does that work? Let's just let this guy out. Let's get on a straight bit of road again. Oh, slowing down, aren't we? Let's move out. Let's get out there, that's it. Oh, just too many bends on this road. Right, where was cruise control? That was it, wasn't it? Is that working? Yes, it is. I didn't even know it was there. Where's that come from? I'd never even noticed it. That's fantastic. My fingers will not get arthritis in them anymore. We do now need some wipers on though, don't we? So let's go over to the wipers, get those on. Just keeping an eye on the sat-nav. I had to take a right detour earlier on a private game, and yeah, took me on a, well, it wanted to take me on a 200-kilometre reroute, and I wasn't having it, so I just turned the bus round. But yeah, oh, so the brakes do disable the cruise control, which is good to know. And what was the one to the right? Oh, that's air conditioning. Ah, perhaps we didn't have the air conditioning on. I think I've been making a mistake there. I've been assuming that setting the temperature set the air conditioning, but it doesn't, does it? I've just been setting the bloody temperature. That's why they're complaining about it all the time. Learned something new there then. Right, okay, so that is definitely on now. And it's set at 22.5, so that should be all right. Let's get this cruise control back on. If we can get... That's wrong one. It's that one we want. There we go. Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, I never even realised that was on. I thought it was on from what I'd read about the game, but for some reason just never realised that that was... Just perhaps the icon just didn't register in my head, I don't know. But anyway, we found cruise control at last. That's so much better. Saves me having to keep my finger on the trigger all the time. Just 48 kilometres to go. Did I put the lights on? I did. I've got into the habit really of just putting them on anyway. It doesn't hurt anything. In fact, in Europe, well, in the UK, you've certainly got to have some lights on. In the UK, they're called DRLs, or daytime running lights. They're not headlights, but they are lights, like on most modern cars, they're LED lights now. If you're enjoying the videos, by the way, people, please like. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really does help along the channel. So give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell for more videos. Like I say, it doesn't cost you anything and it would be really appreciated. Thank you very much for that. Just finishing off these potentials for the next patch. Remember, these are the potentials, the sound options. Oops, I'm just on the barrier there while I'm looking at my notes. Or trophy options. Yeah, so apparently trophy tracking is proving to be a little bit dodgy at the moment. So they're looking at sorting out the trophy tracking for people that are bothered about the trophies. It's not something that I've ever been particularly bothered about, but I know a lot of people do like to have them, so that's hopefully going to be sorted out in this, potentially in this patch, but certainly in one of the upcoming patches. And I can only assume that if these things I'm mentioning here are potential, oops, we need to come off here. We need to come off. So let me just slow down and get over there. I'm just coming to outside because I want to have an outside view of what's happening around me. There we go. Just while I'm talking and not fully concentrating. I do like to play it as a sim, to be honest, and stay within the buses as long as possible. But just while I'm trying to read these patch notes out as well, just want to make sure everything is going right and having no mishaps. So just get around this long bend. What was I talking about? Yeah, trophy tracking. So the next one is HDR. Apparently there's some problems with the HDR. Now, because I have got a capture card on my Xbox or connected between my Xbox and my TV, I don't have HDR, so I can't comment on that. My capture card isn't capable of HDR. But if one of you could comment if this patch sorts the HDR out, if you're having problems with that, it would be good to know for other people as much as myself. And then the final potential for this one is D-pad controls. So they've actually included cruise control here. Now I've just found the cruise control on the D-pad, which I didn't know was there. So I don't know what they're talking about, but they're talking about sorting out the cruise control for the D-pad. He's just pulling out. Look, I had that on my my first video. The lorry pulled out on me. I suppose you get it in real life, don't you? Always got to be ready for it. Yeah, so cruise control, the zoom. Now that is something I noticed, that if you go to the outside camera like that, you can't zoom. Now, weirdly, I think it was Sabian who was talking. He was saying that they didn't think console users would be bothered about it. Why? Why would console users be any different to PC users? If PC users like the feature, why wouldn't console users like it? I don't understand that comment. But anyway, that's by and by. They're looking at including the zoom feature for the external camera, and connected to that as well. They also didn't understand, or they didn't realise that people wanted multiple views. They just thought that the internal view and the external view would be enough. Whoops, I've just caught the curb there a little bit. Which again is something I don't really understand. I don't know why you would think that a certain category of person, i.e. PC users, would want that particular feature, and yet console users don't. I just don't understand that thought process. But anyway, they're looking at doing more views as well. So I don't exactly know what that's going to include. Oops, I've just clicked the curve, I think, there. I don't know what that's going to include. But there'll be kind of steps. I suppose it'll be close up to the bus, a little bit further away from the bus, and then further away from the bus still. I suppose it'll be like that. There'll probably be 3, 4, 5 steps you can use, and have a zoom around. There'll probably be a closer one than that, and a couple of further away ones or something like that. There'll probably be one that's probably more like that, and then there'll be one like that, and then there'll be some that's even further away. So that's probably what it entails. So anyway, let's get back inside the coach. So D-pad controls, cruise control, zoom, and more views. That's what they are looking at. So they're potentials, remember, for the next patch. They're not definites. So, oops, I'm moving again. Why am I moving? So, right, just to go through this list again, then, guys. So, just before we finish off, so there's going to be a number of patches coming up. The next one is going to be within the next few weeks. So they're talking about the counting the passengers after a rest period. The button is not going to be greyed out anymore. The passenger comments will be enabled on the game. The sound on the Xbox should see some improvement. The graphics, basically shadow graphics, pop in, pop out, that type of stuff, will be improved, and the Series S is going to be limited to 30 frames per second to help accommodate the rendering, but not on the PS5 or Series X. It'll just be graphical improvements on those consoles. Custom mode, the save has been problematic for some people, so that will be improved. Weather settings not saving, so again that will be improved. For snow, just a bit of advice here. For snow, remember you need to select a winter month, so it's basically rain but in a winter month, so it will be snow instead. And enabling original routes they will be doing in the next patch, so people have been complaining or wondering why they aren't included. They will be included in the patch. And badly placed buildings, i.e. buildings in the middle of the street, that will be sorted out. And could be's for the patch, but they will certainly be in the next patch or the patch after that, will be sound options for the radio, and you mentioned Spotify, although I don't understand, like I said. Trophy tracking improvements, HDR improvements, and D-pad controls, namely cruise control, zoom in, zoom out, and more views available. Rather than just the internal and external. So there you go. There you have it, guys. Let's finish this route off. So let's get the doors open, and let's get the parking brake on, and we will select neutral, and let's get out, and let's get people's luggage. Let's get that one open. There we go. And I think that is it. Let's just get back in. Sit back in the driver's seat. Let's get that those doors closed. And we will check out. So remember to go up to where it's highlighted orange, log out, and we have our results. So economy, they're all in green. We transported 13 of 13 passengers, which is good. So we've got everybody there. We sold one ticket. We just checked in an invalid ticket, which was a shame. I remember that one. But all the others are in green. We've done 236 kilometres. We didn't run out of fuel. So again, I don't know what you do about fuel. What do you do about fuel? Do you have to call into a fuel station? You must do. I don't even know where you check the amount of fuel you've got, if I'm honest. Unless it's on the dashboard of the vehicle. So service, we've got all greens there, so that's good. I'm not going to go through them all, but yeah, we've got all the air conditioning, the announcement plate, everything like that, so you get XP for all that lot. Traffic rules, yeah, we just had the one little minor bump, so -1 on that, but the rest is in green. We maintained driving time 100% and driven on the road 93%. I can't remember where we drove off the road. What did we get -2 for? Safety distance broken. Okay, so we're driving too close to somebody. But not bad there. 2,235 total XP we've got now. The current is, I think that current, I was thinking it meant that's what we've got currently, but I think the total is what we've got currently. The 619 is what we've gained on this particular route. So I think that's what that must mean. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll click continue and we're back to here. So that's it, guys. So we've done a little run there from Amsterdam to Groningen, and we've taken some passengers and we've gained some XP, and we've talked about the impending upcoming patch for the console. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've stayed to the very, very end. Thank you very much if you have. Thank you very much for watching. And don't forget to please, I can't ask you enough, guys, it doesn't cost you anything. Just give the video a thumbs up to help the channel along. Please subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. And remember, I now have a Discord server up and running for the channel, and I will put a link in the description. So thanks again and take care. We will see you on the next one. Bye for now.